Namaskar. Good morning, everybody. I will again welcome you to my new lesson, Lesson 2, PC2, Unit 6. In the previous session, I have discussed on the live session. Now, in this session, I will discuss the next points which I had left in my live sessions, right? And in this session, I will discuss the objectives of teaching English in elementary classes. And again, I will also discuss the concept of skill, the meaning of skill. I will just have some reinforcement discussion on that. After that, the basic points I will discuss, the content specification and competency specifications. Normally, we have some problem with that. I will clarify all the points which you need, right? So, let us come to the first slide. So, start with a task. I am giving you 2 minutes for this. Please read this. Okay? Please read this and put either tick mark or cross mark. Right? So, take your time. When you will come to my class, please bring pen and paper, pen and notebook. No, it should be participatory. I do not prefer that I will speak and speak, you will just listen and watch. No, just do some work. Okay, is finished? Fine. Next, another 2 minutes for you. Just write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I am just coming back. Start with this. Just write from 1 to 10 number. Then put your tick mark or cross mark against the number. Do not write the statement. It will take time. Okay, clear? So, we will go to the next slide. Fine. Take time. Okay, have you finished? Fine. See the answer. English is the most widely spoken language in the world. What you have written? Is it yes? Yes. Because I have discussed in my previous lesson how English is a global language. 6 out of every 10 people speaks English. Now, so answer is yes. Next. English is not at the center of all international activities. How can you say that? So, the answer is no. Very good. English as second language is not available in our environment. I have discussed that. Why is it called a second language? Because everywhere there is some English in our environment, and for that purpose we call it as second language. Otherwise, it could have been called as a foreign language like German, Chinese, Japanese, right? So, number 4, learning English is important for pursuing higher education. Yes, yeah. Basically, after completion of high school, we prefer to study in English medium, right? Some +2 arts like people are doing that, but for higher education, you have to know English. English does not bridge the gap between speakers of different mother tongue. Answer is no, because it is only who can work as a mediator between two mother tongues. Odia, Telugu, Telugu, Malayalam, Hindi, Odia, Telugu, Hindi, like this. So English is used in only the central government offices? No. Why? Because in our state government office also we use English. So the answer is no. English is found on the covers of most products. Yes, yeah. Just open your door in the morning, get anything from the market. You will find any sachets, any packs, any bottles. You will find English. Okay. So English is commonly used as a medium of instruction. I have told you, you just see in our public school it is the medium of instruction from the class, from the KG to PG, right. But in our Odia medium school also, after completion of basically +2, and normally we study in English medium, right. English empowers people to get any information offered in internet. You know that in this age of digital, right, every word you cannot translate into Odia. So anything in internet you will get in English. Then career prospects depend on the proficiency in English. You know it better and I also know. So friends, these are not only points of discussion, it's a points of reflection. Reflect upon it and feel yourself as a very good English teacher. You can do it. Okay. So let us come to the next slide. You know, there are 4 skills, basic skills: listening, speaking, reading, writing. I want to just remind you, what do you mean by a skill? In the previous discussion, I asked you. Okay, so skill is the proficiency of performing a task, and it is developed through continuous practice and manipulation. What is manipulation? Suppose you master over one structure like this is. So your teacher told you this is a cat, this is a bat, this is a net, 2-3 sentences. But what you do more? You put it in other situations also. This is a bag, this is a shirt, this is a cat, this is a garden, this is a tree. So many areas you put it, and that we call it as a manipulation. And through this you acquire the language. A child acquires the language, and this is the natural process. A child brings the pattern of learning language. He creates his idea to catch the pattern, and when a child catches the pattern, he goes on. So our responsibility as a teacher in elementary schools, make them catch the pattern. So manipulation is the way. As a teacher, you must know it, and you must train your students to manipulate things in different students. When a child knows how to manipulate, how to use that, I was talking about language learning situation to language using situation. Then you will find that your students will learn English better. Okay. Now this is a question for you. What were you able to do in English during elementary classes? That means I want to ask you, when you are in standard 3, 4, 5, 6 to 10, 6 to 8, 3 to 8, okay. What were you used to do, able to do that in that period? Okay, just write it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Take time, take 1 minute. Did you write? Fine. C. Writing own name. Okay, yes or no? Writing own name. अपना नाम, खुद का नाम लिख सकते थे. Okay. Then telling stories. You know better. Just I am reflective upon it. I am just remembering my situation when I was in elementary class. So telling stories. These are the question mark for you. You just see. Talking before others. My God. Okay. Extempo speech. You know extempo speech? What is extempo speech? Suddenly you'll be given a topic and you have to speak on that. Skip up, just you have to elaborate the point. Suppose I will ask you, now you are sitting and you are just reading with me, studying with me. I will give you a topic that, what is your views to do away with corona? Start speaking. This type of speech is called as extempo speech. Elocution. It's one type of debate. There is a difference between debate and elocution. In elocution, normally we give a topic like the extempo speech, but in debate we give the topic beforehand, before 45 minutes, 1 hour, 30 minutes, right? This is the difference, but same is. And in elocution, we do not see the topic, the fact more. But in debate, we focus on fact, whether he is giving the right information or not. But in elocution, we only focus on fluency, how fluent is the speaker. This is the difference. There are different types of competition. You are also participating in those competitions. Writing paragraphs in your elementary classes. Writing paragraphs. Yes? Just you think and recall. Reading Chandamama like magazines. Not in Odia. Chandamama in English. Chandamama is Jannamamu in Odia. In Odia it is Jannamamu, but in English it is Chandamama. Did you read that? In that period? No? Think. Writing stories. Yes. If you are from English medium public schools, you can, you could, right? But I am talking about the students who are reading in Odia medium schools, our government schools. Like this. So these are the things that a child can develop during elementary classes. But you just think what were our situation, and depending upon that, what is our status in English now? Now another question for you. What do you expect from your students reading in elementary classes? You came through the points, you came through the abilities a child can grow during elementary classes. And now you tell me, what is your expectation when you will be the teacher? What do you expect from your students to perform? All these points, no? So accordingly you have to work. Friends, I am again telling you, learning English is not a problem. Teaching English is a problem. So make yourself ready. Make yourself a reflective teacher, that you can develop these abilities among your students fluently. Let's go to next slide. Now we will discuss content and competency specifications in language. Friends, can you tell me what do you mean by learning outcomes? Now this is the catchword of the day, learning outcomes. Everywhere people are saying learning outcomes. Okay, we will have some discussion on that, right? Let's see. When we tell about learning outcome, this is that a child can acquire, can learn, can achieve during the discussion, during your presentation. Now after that you have to say, after my class, after attending my class, a child can do this, and a child must do this. Before we are talking about that you will do this, the child will able to do this, like this, no problem. So what is there in your mind that how the child will perform? And when we tell about his performance, we call it as learning outcomes. So before writing the learning outcomes, you have to know what is the purpose of teaching a language, whether it is English or your mother tongue or Hindi or any language. We have to differentiate between the content specification and the competency specification. Now see, while framing objectives, one is to see the content and language competencies. So now you are coming that what is content, what is competencies. Yes, I am coming, I am just discussing that. See, any language piece in the form of story or poem or novel or dialect, etc. Any form of writing in your textbook, it has a content. You say any story, you can say Blue Jackal story, the lion rat story. There is a content, right? So to develop language, we need a content. Then comes what is competencies. Through that content, the learners must master or achieve the language skills like listening, speaking, reading and writing. So the theme, the fact given in the story or in the poem is the content, and through that content we try to develop the ability of the child or the skill of the child in the form of listening, speaking, reading and writing. There is a content, you read the content before the students or tell the contents before the students, they listen. If you will ask them to say something on that content, they will say about that content. If you say read this, they will read it with all gesture, posture, pause, punctuation mark, etc. Reading. Then write. So that content may be different, but skills are important. You can take lion and the rat story, lion and the rat, instead of another story, the monkey and the crocodile. You can take any story, but our focus is not on the story, whether the lion and the rat or the monkey and the crocodile. That does not matter. We are not here to remember the story only. No. Through that story, we have to develop the 4 basic skills. Okay. So that is the most important part of this lesson. Please see this. I have written 2 parts. Right part, the content. The learners will know the words and phrases in English, understand the meaning of words and phrases, understand how to listen, read, speak and write, know how. These are given in your textbook, so I have not taken all the points. But see this, the learner will listen and do, language skill. Listen rhymes and reproduce it, skill, listening skill. Listen a word, take word from the list of the words given. In my previous discussion, I have already given so many examples with upon these points. Then listen and write words, phrases, sentences and small paragraphs. Listen and fill in the blanks. Listen and fill in form of real life use like bank draft, MO form, etc. So you see, when we talk of content, normally we use know, understand, okay. But here your behavioral term, use of behavioral term, that can be measured, that can be assessed specifically. Therefore, we call it as also specific objectives. Okay. So now this is a content and competency specification of listening. Come to speaking. Here you can see, I told you, I given some points because it is there in your textbook. So giving many points is not necessary. Just try to understand how the content specification and competency specification is different. And we have to focus more on competency specification in comparison to content specification. I cannot say you will just leave the content, no. But our focus is on developing the skills. Okay. So in speaking, you see, the child will speak correct sounds of the words and phrases. Correct sounds. Book, book. Cat, cat. Man, man, like this. Speak words, phrases and sentences in tolerable English. What is tolerable English? What I am using before you, this is tolerable English. This is not appropriately phonetic English. We do not use that. We can say it as Indian Standard English or Indian Standard Phonetics we use normally. But if you watch the people from Western country like England, etc., they have some that is some Oxford pronunciation we call it as a. But from American countries, they use a different phonetics that is called Chambers English. We have two types of better English dictionary in this world. One is Oxford Dictionary, another is Chambers Dictionary. So I'll request you, I'll recommend you, please use monolingual Oxford Dictionary. Okay, you will get the phonetic symbols there. All the transcriptions are there. It is easy for you to use, but use monolingual dictionary, right? So how can you develop your fluency as tolerable English? And I was just giving you tips. Then participate in chain drills, rhymes and action song. What is chain drill? Suppose there are 10 students in your class. You just start with one. He will say, my name is Purna. What is your name? The second people will say, my name is Rama. What is your name? The third child will say, my name is Sita. What is your name? Like this. If the chain continues in this way, then we call it as a chain drill, right? And chain drill is the most important activity during the early years, because it's a very meaningful practice and child get the pattern how to speak. This is beautiful things. If you practice in the school, you will learn more. Do not go with my theoretical discussion. Just go to school and practice. You will feel the difference. You will get the real knowledge in the schools, truly. Then read aloud poems and stories. Read aloud a conversation in a role play. Describe people, place and objects orally. So you see, everywhere the focus is on the skill base. But at that time, this is know, understand, know like this, which you cannot measure. But while you are writing the learning outcomes in language specifically, because language is a skill based subject. Yes, language is a skill based subject. Focus is on skill. Here you have to write just taking the skills as your focus point. Next is reading. See, the same thing. Identify the things and pictures in the content. Identifying the things and pictures in the content, if I say is more important than reading, then you can see whether you are right or wrong. But in competency box, you see, read pictures and elaborate it. Read the picture and of known words. Recognize the letters. Read the sentences and paragraphs with reasonable speed and comprehension. What is reasonable speed? I was just discussing. It's not too fast, too slow. Then locate the main idea and supporting details. You know, every story, every paragraph, you can say, it has a main idea. The story has a main idea and we have supporting details. Like you take a film has a main storyline, and to make it more interesting, etc., we add some supporting details to that. So every story has a main idea and supporting details. Guess the meaning of the words in context. Suppose I will give you one example. Suppose the word is acousticus. What is the meaning of acousticus? Yes, do you know? Okay, I am just giving the context. Acousticus are black in color. They can fly. They fly from flower to flower. They collect honey from the flowers. If I give this type of context to you, you will find the meaning of acousticus. Now you can say the meaning of acousticus. What is? Yes, B. Right. So it's B. Did I give the meaning directly? Did I give the meaning giving the meaning through just synonyms? Just I give the context, I give this situation in the class and people say that. If this process will continue, the children will know how to get the meaning. Actually, when you read, you do not understand meaning of each word. You just experience your experience. You just see, when you read, you do not know meaning of each word, but still you understand the paragraph. No? It happens with everybody. To understand our topic, to get a general idea from a topic or on an essay or a story, we have to know each meaning of each and every word. No problem. And through that context will give you the meaning of new words like this, Acasticus. Evaluate people, places and objects in the text. When you read, you also evaluate the writer's think, writer's thought and writer's ideas. Infer the outcomes based on his experience. That is called inferential reading. Now, competency specification of writing. Just go to the right part. That is content. Again, the left part is skill based. I will not discuss point by point here. Just it is given in your textbook also. You can, I ask you, I tell you, just tell your, ask your teachers that how it can be explained. I cannot teach you everything. Huh? So you can also ask me. You can ask me. You can give, just put your questions through the, in this message box. I'll get it, and when I will discuss other topic, I also focus on your queries. Write small paragraphs of their own, spell words correctly, write words, phrases. So friends, I'll request you, when you prepare a lesson notes or lesson plan, monograde or multigrade, and you are going to write the objectives or learning outcomes, please go with the left hand side. Okay, do not use know, understand like this. Okay, then remember one thing, for language acquisition, competency or skill specification is more important than content specification. Apart from the objectives stated in the terms of content and comprehensive skill, a learner in upper primary level is expected to develop the competence to understand, use various words and idiomatic expression and use language creatively. One thing it must be added to that, besides that language skills, when the children go to the higher classes, they have the ability to use the language creatively. When we are discussing about the literacy, you just remember, recall these things, how I have given the example of literacy, right? So besides language skills, we also use some thoughts, some creativity to make language better. Even during reading also, your interpretation, your intuition, your reflection makes the story different than other readers. Therefore, I was telling you, the same piece of reading, same piece of story, one reader gets something, the next reader gets something else. It happens. It depends upon your intuition, your reflection, your vocabularies also, your creativity also, right? So remember this. Now these are the questions for you. Please take 1 minute and put whether these are correct, true or false. Yes friends, when you watch my video, during this type of activity, please pause the video, do the activity. After that, again you open the video, and that video will continue from that time. right? Okay, next, take another minute, pause the video, now we do the answer. Okay, again play, no problem. So these are the 10 statements I just gave you. Just write the answer. Now I will come to the next point, which is most important for you. New vocabulary and phrases in this part of the unit. Make a small dictionary of your own. Write the meaning of the words there. What you have to do here? You just take this content specification. What do you mean by content specification? Write it there. You must have a own dictionary. You will write PC2 unit 6 vocabulary. Write the vocabulary. Content specification means when we found the content or the fact given in the story or poem specifically for development of the child, that is called content specification. Then write competency specification. You have to make your own dictionary, Venn diagram, literacy, communicative skills, cognitive abilities, wholeness of the language, total physical response, chain drills, real life conversation, shadow reading, reasonable speed, comprehension, narratives, language acquisition, abstract thought, textual materials. I have discussed many of these words and phrases. Still, I am just repeating some important words here. Like communicative skills, you know. Communicative skills means speaking and writing, because you communicate either orally or written. This is more focused. Focused communicative skills are speaking and writing, productive skills. Then cognitive abilities means the ability of the child to understand. That is the cognition. You know cognition? You know Bloom's taxonomy? You know it? Please refer Bloom's taxonomy also. Wholeness of language. I have told you, language is whole. And that is the wholeness of language. Listening, speaking, reading, writing, thinking, interpreting, inferencing, everything becomes congregated. Then total physics, no problem. It's a chain drill. Real life conversation. I have told you, real life conversation will make the discussion more contextual. Shadow reading. Yes, shadow reading you must understand. Suppose there is a picture and under the picture the word is written. That means when he is reading the word, suppose there is a mango, picture of mango, and under the picture the word is mango. So what you will understand? That writing, that M-A-N-G-O is just the replica of the picture mango or the mango itself. And when a child is reading this type of writing, that is called as shadow reading. And during early classes, shadow reading is very important. Then reasonable speed means not slow, not too slow, not too fast. Comprehension, you know, understanding. Then narratives, stories are, different stories are narratives. The stories are written in different forms. Narratives is one of the form. Please read another books also. Language acquisition I have discussed. Abstract thought. That means always you cannot show the meaning. So the meaning of the words by showing the objects or things. A child develops his creativity, his thought spontaneously to understand a thing, and that is abstraction. He goes beyond the concreteness, he goes beyond that. Then textual materials, different writings, etc. Okay. Then tolerability I already discussed. Please friends, if you have listened me carefully, it will be easy for you to answer these questions. Write this question, pause the video, write these questions on your notebook and write the answer. What do you mean by a language skill? What is the difference between language acquisition and language learning? Why is English called a skill-based subject? What are the competence specification of listening? Task for you. This is task for you. Please read a story from class 7 textbook. Any story you read. Then find the content specification from the topic. Again, write the competency specification also. Okay, in this video, what I have discussed, again what I left, what I discussed, watch the video again, what I left, read other books, see other videos in internet, YouTube, etc. You just probe yourself, improve yourself. So this is something important points which I focus in my lesson 2. Watch it again. Thank you. Namaskar.